Howdy, howdy, howdy. Helmet Guy here, and today I'm playing Sackboy, a big adventure. I'm picking up where I left off on the Soaring summit. Game on! When we last left off, we had just got this Rubik's Cube looking item. This is where we get to the Knitted Night Trials.
Welcome to the Knitted Night Training Grounds, where brave sack folk can hone their world-saving skills and learn to be true heroes. Just gather the energy past nights have left behind all over Craftworld, and you'll be able to unlock new challenges.
Now, the Knitted Night Trials are time trial events where you race through a board to receive a prize based on the time it takes to complete that level. No better way to start realizing your potential, but it's no picnic, so if you enjoy my walkthrough, make sure you subscribe and turn on your bell notification to see more great videos. And just remember, just because this is a time trial, it doesn't mean you actually have to go super fast the first time. I find it very helpful to actually go a little bit slower to get familiar with the level, to kind of get familiar with the timing, and then try and figure out how to race through it as fast as possible. Now, as you can see in this first pass, I'm jumping over everything, I'm dodging left and right while I run, but I'll show you a faster way in just a couple minutes. If you just watch really closely, I was at 12.4 seconds when I turned to get that timer reduction. When I got back to the same spot, I was at 14.5 seconds. So you can see the timer reductions really just littered throughout the level, and some of them, they're just distractions. Here we go, we got another timer. This one's a little bit harder to tell. I think it might have helped me here. We get one more timer. I'm at about 35.75 seconds. And you can see I could have just kept going through the level and probably shaved some more time. We're coming up to the finish line. I'm going to finish this level in just over 45 seconds, which means to get all 3 Dreamer Orbs, I'm going to have to shave off at least 10 seconds. Not sure why I had Sackboy giving the double thumbs up if I didn't complete the level properly. Okay, so for finishing in 45.41 seconds, I was able to get 2 Dreamer Orbs. I'm going to take you back real quick and let's get all 3 of them. As I was running through the level, I was really reminded that sometimes game creators put something within that level to give you a clue how to beat it. So although the Yetis are fun to watch and they're a bit distracting at times, they're really around to show us the barrel roll for top speed. As you're using barrel roll to gain speed, don't let the allure of the time reducers distract you. So you can see here I'm at about 10 seconds. Last time I was at 12 seconds when I went for that time reducer. Just as a reminder, to barrel roll, simultaneously hit that circle button. And here we go, rolling up to the finish line. 33.68. We knocked off 12 seconds. And that's going to be enough so that we could get our 3rd Dreamer Orb. This time around, Sackboy earned a great pose. So here we go. Angry face? Alright, so Sackboy wasn't happy about that, but I was. Let's move on. If you enjoy my walkthrough, make sure you subscribe and turn on your bell notification to see more great videos.
A student is only as good as his teacher, so I must be pretty amazing.
Yeah, so like any good leader here, Scarlet is taking some credit. If you want to check out some more trials, you can find them by clicking R1 or L1.
Once fought a whole army of uproar dragons. I got a bit singed, but I made it through in the end. Heroic and modest.
Okay, so we're going to do a square route. And you'll be able to see here that you have to complete this trial in under a minute to get the full set of Collectibells. Of all of the trials we're walking through this time around, this was by far my toughest. So as I said before, my best advice to you is really just take your time, work through the level a couple times, learn the pattern of everything, and then go from there. Something you're probably going to notice here as I'm jumping is sometimes with Sackboy I'll jump and then it'll look like I'm running in the air. To perform this move you're going to want to jump like you normally would with X, and then while you're in the air let go of X and then press X again. This will give you that extra boost you need to clear some objects. I found these next two sections are especially difficult, so the combination of understanding the pattern timing and using the extra hang time are super important. When I got to this last section I was really excited because I thought I was near the end, and then that bigger block broke into a whole bunch of small blocks and things changed real quickly for me. Alright, so I'm able to complete this trial the first time around in just under a minute and 5 seconds. So really gotta shave off 5 seconds. But man, there were some brutal parts of this level that it might be hard to shave time. I'll show you what I did next. So maybe it's all in my head, but for the spiked log section here, I just hung right from the beginning because my thought was if I go left, I'm kind of losing a second. Now I did notice that changed the pattern of this wall jump for me, so just be ready for any small change. As I'm taking these square jumps here, I kind of jumped a little bit to the left just because I knew that the platform at the end was over to the left. Nothing too special in this section, except after I got hit the first time I knew I had to be extra careful. This next section is just interesting to see that it goes line, square, and the block that is underneath you at one point moves to the next section. Once you get used to the pattern of where it shifts, it kind of makes it easy to follow. Alright, strategy here, run. I needed to get at least one time reduction. I knew that because I was looking at the clock as I was running. Luckily I was able to grab 2 of them and I was able to finish this level in just over 58 seconds. And that's good enough for us to collect all of our Collectibells. Alright, our next trial is Trial B, Swing Theory. And this one's really fun because you get to use your grappling hook. And to win all of the Collectibells, you have to complete this trial in less than 1 minute. To use your grappling hook, you're going to press and hold R2, and when you release R2, that's when you'll release from your grappling hook. It's important when you see these spots where there are 2 bounce pads in a row, hold the R2 until you hit both of them. Be careful as you're going through the level for all the warp holes. Sometimes I wasn't sure where they were going to lead me to, and they would take you backwards. If you think you're running behind, I do think it makes sense to grab time reducers in this one, but also don't go out of your way to get them. Here we go, finish this one in 59:37. Perfect to get all of our Collectibells the first time around.
gonna have to start calling you Golden Boy. Actually, best not. But it was still pretty special.
Let's move on to Trial C, Pressed for Time. You could see here that we have to finish this trial in less than 45 seconds to get all of our Collectibells. I love this level because they give you a boomerang to play with. So the boomerang can warp you to water blocks, it can collect items, and it can flip switches. To throw your boomerang, just use R1. And remember, as you're moving through the level, your boomerang's going to follow you after you throw it, so you can move on right when you throw it. I found the timer reductions to be really important in this level when you're trying to complete it in 45 seconds. If you're able to hit both red switches there, you get that 5-second timer reduction, and it does help significantly. Keep in mind here, when you hit this red target, you only get one chance to bounce. So if you miss, you're going to have to hit that red target again. Alright, the first time through took me just over 55 seconds. I didn't grab all the reachable timer reductions, and I felt that they were necessary in the level, so make sure you're grabbing as many as you can. 10 seconds is a lot of time to shave off, but let's make it happen. Alright, accuracy with your boomerang is key in this level, and you can see the second time through, I was really accurate with my boomerang. Now the first time through I didn't grab those 2 timer reductions, that's a big 4 seconds right there. This 5-second timer doesn't seem as necessary. And these red targets are key to finishing this level on time. All in all, I was able to finish the level the second time around in just under 40 seconds. Man, was that 5-second timer critical. Alright, so that's going to conclude everything we have available at this time in the Knitted Night Trials. We're going to receive our first sticker for the Knitted Night Trials section of our book. As the last part of today's walkthrough, we're just going to play this Zoom Zoom level. Just get a whole bunch of free Collectibells.
Welcome to the Collectible Zone! Get ready!
And again, if you've enjoyed this walkthrough, please make sure you subscribe and turn on your bell notifications.
You are poetry in motion. Good poetry, not the rubbish poetry. The cat sat on the mat. Oh, please, you must hurry. Oh, and the time he has finished.
I'm Helmet Guy, and I'm out. Have fun.